Athlete sponsorship in Australia needs a shake-up, and it's my mission to start a sponsorship revolution. So this week, one of the things I'm doing is helping as many of you as possible understand some of the basic principles of engaging sponsorship. The video that we did yesterday was about sponsorship proposals. Well, it actually wasn't about them, it was about what to do before you start doing a proposal. So later on this week, I will be telling you some really key information in terms of how to structure your sponsorship proposal and what kind of information to put in there. But tonight, we're talking tax. And look, it's kind of a boring topic for many of you, but it's also an important one that you might come up against when you start to engage valuable sponsorship, which I hope you will. So I got a phone call yesterday from someone. Oh, my phone's ringing. Sorry about that. I got a phone call from someone yesterday who read my book, and 3 months later he's just engaged close to $40,000 worth of sponsorship, and $36,000 of that is financial sponsorship. So he is over the moon, as am I, but now he's got the the challenge of the tax side of things and of the invoicing side of things. So I'll quickly answer 2 questions that I've received this week. One is tax. As a sponsored athlete, do you need to pay tax on what you receive, whether that's goods and services or whether that's actually finance? It's a grey area. If you decide that you want to be a business, if you want to declare yourself as an athlete as a business, then yes, you can have the pleasure of paying tax and doing all that side of things. But for most of you, for most athletes in Australia anyway, it's not your business. It's a hobby. It's something that you do recreationally. It's not an income source. And typically the kind of sponsorship that you'll get will just cover the cost of you being an athlete and traveling and all those sort of things. So speak to your accountant by all means, but generally, no, you don't need to worry about declaring tax. Secondly, on invoicing. So you've engaged someone to sponsor you and they're going to be giving you money and you need to send them an invoice. Now they will possibly, if they don't know much about sponsorship, they'll ask you to include an ABN on that invoice. There's no need for you to do that. So even if you've got your own business, your own ABN, there's no need for you to use that. It's not taxable, as we discussed. You're not actually a business. So therefore, you can go to the ATO website and get a form which is called Statement by Supplier. So the Statement by Supplier form you can fill out, and it basically, it tells them that they don't need an ABN from you, and you don't need to do anything to do with tax on that payment. So that's something you should probably both speak to your accountants about, just to clarify that that is correct in your case. And certainly suggest to your sponsors that they take a look at some of the tax benefits of sponsoring you, which hopefully they already know, but if not, it'll be a nice surprise. So, short and sweet, that's your tax stuff. If you've got more questions, please ask me. And tomorrow's video is going to be all about sponsorship proposals. So I look forward to speaking to you then.